In you go. Fire it up.
It is. Fire.
Fingers crossed. Here it goes. And the maze balls.
Look what I found. What do you say? There's more in the fridge. Feel free. You earned it.
You look great.
Right? Should draw less attention, too. Grab a gulp.
Take care. We got that on the table.
Booze. This is a good time.
Let's see. Today I survived a Delta crash, a district-wide manhunt, and a prototype killer robot.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a great fucking time.
Just earn yourself a vote, Madam President.
Are you even registered?
Housewarming gift from Songbird, maybe?
Wouldn't it be wonderful?
And circling back to Night City, speculative chatter continues tonight around the downed passenger craft. NUS representatives claim President Rosalind Myers was aboard when catastrophe struck. City officials have yet to release any statement. However, one all too familiar figure did decide to speak out. Kurt Hansen, the self-proclaimed leader of Dogtown, called a press conference earlier today to offer his take on the situation.
I'm being framed, isn't it obvious? The NUSA's been out for my blood for years. Now, I'm not without flaws. But another thing I'm not is suicidal. An attempt on the life of the head of the NUSA? What transpired in Dogtown is no trivial matter.
Yeah.
I urge you all to consider the true motives behind this spectacle. The NUSA will take any excuse it can get to send forces into Dogtown. And will they stop there? No. You, good people of Night City, are next in the fucking line.
Shit.
Mark my
Fuck
words.
this. Troglodyte's clever. Maybe too clever for his own good.
So Hansen decided to wave a classic false flag. Sow doubt, reap apprehension towards any NUSA attempt to get you back. Both ends fight in the middle.
Well, you sure know how to cheer people up. Some mysterious party's out to trigger war. An attempt on my life's a damn good casus belli.
Gotta let Washington know you're alive, ASAP.
Ah, call Washington without knowing who'll answer, friend or foe. Or should I go outside? Give Hanson snipers a big thumbs up. No, V. Neither's an option. Hear that? Footsteps.
Songbird?
Maybe. Can't be sure, though.
Oh, goodness.
It's our lucky day, Shumba. A penthouse with a view of the city.
And lights that work. No, this doesn't feel right.
None never does with you, does it? Fucking killjoy. You want an angle on Hansen's
Look
airdrops?
like Young
You
Thug.
got it.
V, we need to eliminate them.
Come on, man. Let's have a look around. I'll be damned.
Fuck this.
Let's go! Move it!
They didn't leave me a choice, whoever they were.
They had names.
Deluding yourself come naturally?
Years of practice. The bodies. We really should do something. I saw a chute in the hallway. Another problem solved. Don't know about you, but I've about had it with today. Tomorrow will come quickly. I need to rest.
Here? What if more like them show up?
That shoot's not going anywhere.
You serious?
Come on. I think I've had my fill of surprises from... Still nothing from So Mi.
Radio silence.
She's never gone dark this long. Troubling, to say the least.
So, what if Songbird don't show?
We need to wait. It's all we can do for now. If she doesn't show, well... Then... I'll have one other option to consider. But let's table it till morning. We should get some rest. Surreal. All of it.
What's that?
I'd have been home by now. Reading the evening brief, glass of water and 2 sleeping pills waiting on the night table.
Doesn't sound like you miss it much.
See you in the morning, V.
Okay.
She's not here. Means she's not coming.
Seen the swarms Henson has out hunting? Might have nabbed her.
Possibility. One that concerns me the most. I need to find her. You don't leave your people behind enemy lines.
Could it still buy that fairy tale bullshit?
Whatever happened, we have to help her.
Listen, I know we had a calm night, but you gotta leave Dogtown.
How? In a car trunk? Fingers crossed? Hanson's waiting for that sort of desperate attempt.
Okay. Gotta be away. Let me think. Know my share of fixers. Bet we could get one
Out of the question. They'll hand me over to the highest bidder.
Gotta find it myself, sounds like. On my own.
Not entirely. I have just the person to help. Solomon Reed's the name. 7 years ago, he headed up our intelligence efforts in Night City. He and So Mi were a team. With conflict over, he went into hibernation. So he's out there somewhere. Reed's a man of principle. He can't be swayed, can't be bribed. If there's anyone we can trust now, it's him.
Idris Elba?
A sleeper agent? No shit. Tell me more. Unless that's like a state secret or whatever.
It is. Of the false bottom drawer variety. That say you want to secure your interests on another country's soil. If diplomacy fails, you resort to other means.
Like a military coup.
That's one option. Solomon Reed is another sure one.
7 years undercover. Guy sounds like a true asset. Used to be with Arasaka once upon a time. Counter intel. Never saw any Reed on file.
Above your pay grade, maybe? Consider that.
Maybe I was too busy getting my hands wet and dirty.
So, that's a yes. Go back, up your clearance, and check again.
Just might. One day.
Don't mention it to Reed. I don't need you in a body bag.
Another one with an eternal grudge against Arasaka?
Reed has good reasons.
How do I find your guy? Guessing I can't just buzz him on his work hollow.
Activating a sleeper agent is no simple matter. You'll need a dog whistle.
What now?
Don't tell him I called it that. It's a signal only Reed will hear. It'll be tricky.
Huh.
There was a secret comms channel accessed only from a Capitan Caliente nearby. The FIA used it before the war. The access code was 0931.
Got a bad feeling, V. Meaning an analog landline. That crash tear open a hole in space-time?
When sending sensitive information, you use the technology least vulnerable to interception, old or not. That Caliente should still be wired for it.
Owner have a thing for antiques?
He had a thing for federal money, and he might still be alive. Remember, 0931.
Okay, seems doable.
And I prefer discretion to destruction. I trust that's clear.
Uh-huh. So what'll happen next?
Reed will need to screen you. You'll show him this. It means you work for us.
What the?
A file will be created for you in the FIA database.
Wait, back up. Tell me I'm a special agent now.
That's right. But taking the oath make it feel more real.
Secret comms line, presidential token. What's next? A coded message in today's scream sheet?
That token is for your safety. If Reed isn't 100% certain I sent you, he won't hesitate to kill you.
Yeah, nah. Let's skip the formal thing.
Is there a problem?
It's just a big commitment, you know? Can't swear to something I don't believe in.
It's your choice. I understand this was sudden. Good luck out there, V. And don't let the bastards nab you.
Okay. Say less. Cars are available. I'm not about to buy a car though. I'm not gonna buy a car though. Answer me before I ski down. Thought I seen something. I always sell it. Put my mom on your side, though. Is that what it is?
Hey, made the right call not taking that fascist asshole.
Oh, yeah?
Some causes are worth pledging your life to, V. This ain't one of them.
Yeah, fuck the system, fuck Arasaka, fuck the NUSA.
Jesus Christ, V, this ain't some teenage anarchist boot camp. No, I was once a corpo jarhead, right? Practically dove into uniform head first. They had a real hard-on for the oath. Repeat after me, Blondie fucking blah. But can't remember what I solemnly pledged to do.
Sure you want to talk about this?
Gotta hand it to you, V. Wiser than I was back in the day.
all kind of stuff. What you got? What's beeping? Whatever it is, it's in there. I'm about to crash out my dude with a credit.
Oh, that smoke mean Dogtown chose a new pope?
Maybe the Veep crashed Space Force too.
Curious as I am, we got an important call to make.
So come get rid of it, but whatever money change, they shoot something was a big. That's what they was getting. It's kind of meditation, appropriate pressure. Yeah, stop pressing yourself. Wake up. Join the collective.
V, in Dogtown, are you? Well, I've but one word of advice. Caution.
Hands? Sheesh. What's your link to this area?
This is Pacifica's bumping, thumping business hard, where the real deals are.
So, we finally gonna meet in person?
I can say neither yes nor no. In lieu of an answer, I've new work for you. I hope you'll accept. One last thing. How you breached Dogtown's border, I'm not certain. Though I suspect not via the main gate. Irrelevant in any case. I've secured clearance for your future convenience. Your name and likeness now registered in the system, granting unfettered passage over the district threshold. Talk again soon.
Respect my stuff. It's a lot of little things to do. It's a lot. I was trying to get a bearing of where I was at.
trade talks with the Bears in mind. The Bears are dealing with cap.
To say that that's unsustainable, winning all those close games, on some level that's true. What you can do in year two is get more of the pieces in place in terms of the players who really fit what you want to do. It's impossible to flip an entire roster in 1 year. I expect them to be aggressive in terms of player acquisition in this offseason, and I don't just mean going out and spending a ton of money, but really honing in on getting guys who are the right fits offensively and defensively for the way that they want to play, and maybe get to that dominating type of place in 2026.
The one name that keeps surrounding the Bears is Max Crosby, because they need an edge rusher, but it was like one report that said it was going to be a first-round pick with DJ Moore, and then it's like it's probably going to take more than one first-round pick to get an edge rusher like Max Crosby. What are you hearing about the asking price if the Raiders don't see him in Vegas next year?
Well, and the starting point is the Raiders have to actually be willing to deal him. I mean, if you put a price tag of multiple first-round picks on virtually any player in the NFL, you're setting such a high bar that you're almost not expecting it to be cleared. We heard John Spytek up here, the general manager, say he expects Max to be back, saying they text and talk all the time. I would say that's not the end of the Max Crosby story here. Certainly the Bears are one of the teams you would anticipate being on that list if, in fact, the Raiders take the posture that they're willing to move on from Max. I think we'll have answers on that over the next 7 to 10 days here. We'll see what direction it goes. But for a team that, again, is trying to take that next step forward, going to gain a veteran player, a veteran pass rusher, an impact position like Max, a culture changer type of guy, it's something you absolutely have to evaluate.
Yeah, well, we've been surprised to hear that Tyson Bagent has been in some trade talks as a undrafted free agent Division II quarterback to now getting calls about possibly wanting him. How is the quarterback draft class impacting the calls?
Sorry, you never know what a text is going to be.
Oh, no, I understand. That's the life you live. Just it's a down quarterback draft class, so how is that impacting all of the moves that teams are looking to see where they can find one of the best 32?
It's a great point, and depending how you look at it, there's 7 to 9 teams that we don't really have a clear idea what their starting quarterback plan is going to be. There's going to be a bunch of quarterbacks, and there are veteran quarterbacks available who, whether it's via trade or release, talking about Kirk Cousins, Tua, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, and then obviously you've got some free agents available as well. But in terms of the guys with upside, the young quarterbacks, there's not that many out there, nor are there ever a whole lot of those young guys. Malik Willis is an exception to the rule, and Bears fans, I'm sure, saw him playing for the Packers and playing at a pretty good level where he's going to end up getting paid here in free agency. But failing that, you're really trying to find, all right, we may have to trade for somebody's backup and give him an opportunity here. Will Levis from the Titans is another guy in that category that maybe somebody could take a flyer on. Anthony Richardson here in Indianapolis. But Tyson Bagent, based on when he's gotten his opportunity, the level at which he's played, and knowing how much Ben Johnson values him, Ben Johnson would not tie himself or want to do a contract extension like he did last year with Bagent if he didn't think he had a really smart, capable, talented dude that if something were to happen to Caleb, he couldn't step in. What the Bears have to answer is, all right, now let's say something, God forbid, happens to Caleb. Do we have the resources to go get someone? In other words, all right, we trade Tyson Bagent and we get, call it whatever, a 4th-round draft pick. Well, now you're going to have to spend $5-10 million to get a backup quarterback or use another draft pick to get a quarterback and hope he's as good as Tyson Bagent. Those are all the things the teams have to weigh. And we've seen it repeatedly in recent years here, just like the 49ers last year. You may have to play a stretch with your backup quarterback, and there's only so many of those guys who are going to be able to win you games.
Yeah, we know that Ryan Poles is dealing with cap constraints really for the first time since he's been general manager of the Bears, and that might affect what they're able to do in free agency. But when you look at the free agent class, knowing that Trey Hendrickson is the big edge rusher that could possibly be a fit with the Bears, do you see that as a good fit if they're able to find the money to pay him?
Well, Trey's the one, and we'll find out by Tuesday if they tag him in Cincinnati. They could still end up holding on to him. He's the one of all the edge rushers that potentially could be available that you would think would have a really strong market, and it's going to be expensive. And so those are all things you weigh out too. I know that everybody gets excited, and rightfully so. It's been a while for the Bears since you're talking about winning playoff games, but there is a balance between, hey, we're going all in right now, and we're going to trade for guys or sign players who, Trey's got good football left, but he's 31, 32 years old at this point. If you leverage yourself in terms of using trade assets or cap assets on older players, it can hamstring some things you want to do, because if you're Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson, you're hoping you're drafting well enough in the coming years that you're paying your own guys as opposed to going out into the marketplace, and so you have to be able to strike that balance.
Yeah, we know they had the best rookie draft class last year, and they're hoping they're having to pay a quarterback in a couple of years. Tom Pelissero, we appreciate your time.
You got it, Cass.
What is the national impression of the Bears and what they did last season and what they are set to try and duplicate this year?
Sure. I think, a few years ago, when they made the playoffs with Trubisky and Matt Nagy, and he was Coach of the Year, and things were trending upwards, that in my estimation, I still needed to see more before I could believe like the Bears had arrived. This time around, I've seen all I need to see. I truly feel that everything that Ryan Poles has put together, everything that Ben Johnson has cashed in, and everything that Caleb Williams has done in his first full year of having a staff like Ben Johnson's to get him ready, prepare him, and then let him play fast and instinctively. I've seen all I need to see. That this is a team that I think is going to be around for some time, with a run game that is going to always be fed and stout. The offensive line that Bears fans have been lamenting for a while, 2 All-Pros on it. And then, Ryan Poles in last year's draft, from Colston Loveland to Kyle Monangai, Luther Burden in between, and just to name 3. Just keep on adding all those prospects and let them fly.
Some of the throws that Caleb made in the fourth quarter, whether it be the walk-off touchdown to DJ Moore against the Packers, the Cole Kmet touchdown to send the divisional into overtime.
Yes.
Have you seen a second-year quarterback make throws like that in big-time plays, 2-minute drill?
Everybody always compared him to Mahomes because of his ability to create out of the pocket and throw from arm angles that your body position shouldn't normally allow. And so, he's now doing all that. Of the throws you mentioned, the one that leaps out to me was the 4th and 8 throw, moving to his left and finding Rome Odunze perfectly before Odunze's feet would get out of bounds, and having the ability to, that's the one where he did look like the jump man. And for him to go to his left but still have the arm strength to get it over the defense in such a way, with such velocity on the ball, to be as accurate as where it was. That was the most impressive one, because if you don't convert that 4th down, you're down 2 scores at that point in time. There would be no comeback in that game against the Packers. Everything that you're seeing from Caleb is exactly what you were hoping for when Poles and company chose him first overall.
When Ben Johnson was hired, a lot of people had questions about how he would be as a leader of men.
Yeah.
And the way he changed the culture in Chicago so instantly with his intensity and attention to details, I think took everyone by surprise. And then to see it manifest itself in wins was even more shocking. But to see how he is kind of made himself a target for NFL coaches in a lot of ways by calling out Matt LaFleur. Like, that's not normal in the NFL. It's been a fun change in Chicago to hear it, but from the other side, I'm not so sure everyone loves it.
Well, all politics are local, is the phrase in our political world, and his local politics are to give voice to Bears fans that were sick and tired of hearing Aaron Rodgers owning them, or the championship belt being put on Rodgers, and Love kicking tail while Rodgers had moved on, and then Favre before Rodgers. And it's similar. Lovie Smith, when he took the job, basically saying, "I'm here to beat the Packers," and Ben Johnson saying at the time that he likes beating Matt LaFleur twice a year, was kind of like, "Okay, bud, like, I don't know what you've been able to do. You've been the offensive guy for Dan Campbell, who's clearly the one who sets the standard for culture, and clearly is the one who is in charge of the culture up there in Detroit." And then we learn, well, Ben Johnson has some significant intensity to his own way, in his own self, and in his own right. And that's the thing that Ryan Poles was telling me when he was on the show the other day, is that he realized in training camp we got the right guy. That it's somebody who is holding people accountable and doing it in a fair and equal way. That he was seeing that the culture was being laid down properly. And so I think you're spot on with what you said.
The Bears really addressed the offensive line last year.
Yeah.
Now it's all about the holes on the defense, and there are quite a few.
Right.
Do you feel like they are a Max Crosby type player away from being a legitimate contender?
I don't think Max Crosby is going to be moved for various reasons. One of them, too, is if I'm the Raiders, I'd want more than just a first-round pick for him.
Yeah, it seems low.
I'd say the Micah Parsons trade is the floor, you know, and then that might not be enough for me to give Max Crosby to the Bears, and that's a hefty, you know, price to pay. And I just don't know the way that the Bears just are going about their business. It would be aggressive, but it would also just show you, you know, like, did the Packers win the Super Bowl because they got Micah Parsons last year? They did not. Slow and steady. I kind of like the way that, again, polls just hit on every draft choice, and we can't expect that every year, but do it again or come close to it again, and let's see how they go, and just be smart about free agency, re-sign some of your own, and I think you're in good hands.
What's
really.
the national narrative around DJ Moore right now?
Good
or
question.
Is there one?
I don't know.
At all?
I don't really know of one. And you know, and obviously what he's been able to do in the last year or two with Caleb, he made some big plays. Just ask a Packer fan, you know. So I honestly don't know what the Bears are going to do on that front and what they should do, but running it back isn't a bad idea on offense.
Yeah, they love their locker room. Rich Eisen, I appreciate your time. Thanks
My
for joining
pleasure.
us. Speaking of Ben Johnson and his hatred for the Packers, are you surprised to hear a head coach be so vocal about buying into kind of the narrative that he's built around the rivalry?
Well, what's surprising about it is within the coaching industry, it's a community and they all know each other and they may be working with each other. They may need to call the other guy for a favor, for a job, whatever. And to lean completely into the idea that I'm the Bears coach, the Bears hate the Packers, Bears fans hate the Packers, so I am going to adopt that persona. I think fans love that. I think that one of the things that drives fans crazy is when the game ends and the players from the two teams go out and they're hugging each other and they're holding the jerseys up and the team that lost doesn't seem very upset. That just drives fans crazy because they have that passion that they want to see in the players and in the coaches. And for the coaches, I don't think it was ever that way. Ben Johnson's trying to make it that way, and I just think it's hilarious because Matt LaFleur's reaction to the whole thing is,
What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do? How did I get in the middle of this?
He didn't do anything. He's just wearing the wrong colors. That's the matter of fact. It's very college. That's what it reminds me of. And I think it's great for the NFL. And again, if you're on the Bears side, Ben Johnson's side, you love it. And if you're on the other side, you hate it, especially when he backs up his words and does beat Matt LaFleur twice.
Well, you're right. It's like Ohio State, Michigan, and the Bears, Packers, that's the equivalent when you think about it. I mean, for the 100th season of the NFL, when they bumped the Super Bowl champion out of the Thursday night opening game, they picked Packers-Bears. That is the rivalry in the NFL. And now, with both teams playing well, both teams having successful seasons, meeting in the playoffs, the arrow's only going to go up with that rivalry.
And part of that is Caleb Williams, which